Oh boy. Oh boy. Where do we believe? Where do we believe? Whatever that means. Where do we begin, though, is how I should have started it off because I'm real lost, man. Not even really lost because if I sit here and say I knew something like this would happen, or oh, I saw this coming, or I'm not really surprised anymore, people would be like, oh, well, who asked you here, there, and the third? Or if I were to give my opinion on something due to the fact that because of my lifestyle, I might not have the right amount of experiences or the right credentials to speak on X, Y, and Z. And I honestly feel like that is literally the problem with races nowadays because I mean, besides the fact that there's a problem with racism in general, I think this new neo form of racism where it's like black people, it's like not that it's not that white people hate black people. It's just like, well, no, I take that back. It's not that racism. They're doing a new thing with racism, where it's like it's not that they're gonna outwardly just go to your house and bomb your house, and take you, kidnap you by the KKK or something like that, and do unspeakable things to you. It's not like that. It's more like hey, we left you out in this world after taking everything from you, and then we're gonna put you out here, and now everything is equal, where it's a equal opportunity to get somewhere. But when 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 you literally come somewhere and take away the right to an education prior to making this rule, it kind of makes it harder and unfair in the example. And nowadays, this new racism is people are going to punish you for what you don't know. And it's not even a new thing. This has been going on. What I mean, really, what I'm trying to say is that, sorry, I have a really hard time articulating myself, and I'm trying to be very better at it, be more comfortable speaking. But you can have the correct answer to something, but depending on whoever you're saying this to, XYZ to, if they don't feel like you're worthy of presenting the answer, it's the wrong answer still. Like, imagine knowing that 2 plus 2 was 4 every single time, no matter how many times you write it down on a paper or explain it to somebody. Or imagine, let's just say, if I said, hey, I got $50,000 to my name right now, and someone was just like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And he's like, no, you don't. And I go and I pull $50,000 out of my bank account, or however ways of doing it. I know it's probably gonna be kind of tough taking 50 out of your bank account with what's going on with these banks, but I would never do that ever. I don't ever want to take $50,000 out the bank in my life, and I know that might be a little hot take, but let me get to the point. So I say all this to say that when it comes to my opinions, it's always going to be my opinions. It's not going to be objective. It's going to be more subjective. Uh, do I have that right? Okay, I don't know. So it's always going to be a situation. Always just my opinions versus their plagiarized information. But yeah, I don't know. I was just on Threads, and I just made a post where let me go back to what, because I literally just posted a couple of minutes ago. This is crazy. But yeah, I was like, man, if I figure out a formula for this YouTube page, I don't even care about getting rich. To be honest, all I want is to pay my phone bill, or better yet, get a meal prep sponsorship, or like a lifetime supply of socks. Because nothing is cool anymore, and I really mean by that. I really mean what I say by that, because there's not really too much cool going on the internet as far as just watching wise. Like the real cool people are the ones creating things, and I've always been aware of that. But one, I never thought that you could make a real career off of YouTube, and I did, but I thought it was very rare. And I also felt as if, you know, um, it was just really hard, or just didn't know where to start. Well, first of all, y'all need to start right here, slmanufacturers.shop. That's my website, and that's where I sell like my merchandise. Because I mean, I do want to pay bills, and I'm not saying that you guys should go on my website to pay bills, but I mean, if you look at the prices on there, if you buy everything, that's like an electric bill, and I mean, it's like 5 or 6 items on there. Hold up, 1 second. All right, this is my website right here. And here on my website, you can buy Dijon, and that's my little brand, one of them. I'm actually about to start another website too, or not even start another website, just code an actual website, and I'm weighing out my options right now. I would just go HTML on you folks, just cause I mean, I know there are programmers and really clever people that know how to speak all these languages, and I feel like I'm barely even intermediate, honestly. Like I know things, but it's like I said, I can say things that I've been looking at or repeating, but without the proper context, without the proper credentials, it just seems really hard to to get your point across. And I mean, I don't know. I've seen that in a lot of situations, just in my life in general. It's just I don't know. I just feel like I have the answer, but as far as presenting it is always been a struggle. But yeah, I wanted to actually break down brands in general. I mean, this, like I said, this is my brand, and this is my little Shopify shop. And I don't know, I feel like I've been doing this shop all wrong, but that's not a bad thing. And I'm about to explain to you why that's not a bad thing. I'm about to explain to you exactly why that's not a bad thing. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my little Threads account. Not on here. I don't want to pull up my Threads on here. I just would rather just read it to you. But uh, gosh, where was I was like, I just checked the site. I swear no one can have anything anymore. And this was literally response to this guy right here. Hold on. Yeah, that too. But I'm about to show you just how like smart this guy is, man. I yeah, I'm not gonna say that word because I don't even know if that's even a word that you can even imply on. Like they treat this culture like it's literally Voldemort, guys. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of terrible things that happen to people. But I'm about to show you something else there that's terrible happens to people. This is a thing called what do you call it? Manifest destiny. This thing right here. And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to stir up feathers right now. I mean, it is a very controversial topic, but I can show you another thing. It's called the Great Scramble for Africa. And they basically just play football with colonies in Africa. Like that's just that's the most simple way I can explain it without trying to um, make too much context because I don't want to talk about the past too much, but this is a terrible thing that happened in history, and I feel like there aren't too many terrible people anymore, so they kind of have to find people. Because there used to be like real bad guys. Like who's this one dude? They always talk about him. Named Billy the Kid. Like wasn't like a crook or something. I'm trying to find like some villains. Oh man, the internet moving slow. Wowzers. Billy the Kid. I don't want the movie. So is this a movie character? An American outlaw and gunfighter of the Old West who was linked to 9 murders. All right, so this guy was actually murdering people, and trust me, this is my theory about villains, or just bad guys in general. They're never gonna actually get caught for the crime that they did. You know, it's always it's always something that they just throw on you. Like we can't really figure out what you're doing wrong, so like let's just enable you to do something that we never even told you that was wrong in the first place and just slap it on you. But this guy, like, nah, like murdering is a whole nother story. Like you're not supposed to be doing. Or let me look. Who's another like villain throughout history? I don't know, like Bonnie and Clyde. Is that even a real name? Like believed to have committed 13 murders, several robberies, and kidnappings. They're wanted for murder, robbery, and kidnapping. Like, I don't know who. Like, I'm trying to think of some real villains, bro. Because I don't know, man. Like, sometimes I just feel like people go a little too far with punishments and sensitivity of because maybe people feel like there would be a rise. Would it depends on the person, and this is a very controversial person. Yeah, let's go to him. Look, back to it. Selling shirts during the Super Bowl commercial. Now, whether we take the Super Bowl serious or sports or news or anything of that sort serious anymore, or that's a big part of our everyday life, that's a whole nother conversation. I feel like adults, black people, real people, do not care about this at all, right? Because we got bills to pay, we got work to go to, we got trauma to overcome, we got our careers to start, we got education that we want to advance, and we got people that we don't want to have the wrong perception of us because it might lead to harm, you know things that real people go through. Um, so I could see why that's a big reason why they made this decision. But yeah, this guy website is down. This man got his website took down. Yep, there it is. Look, I'm not capping. Look, let's reload it again. Gone. This is my website, and I'm still up. And I'll tell you right now, I have sold nothing off of here yet. Maybe I have. I just didn't know. But I've never seen profits from this. But I'm so proud of it, just because I know I did it, and I know how easy it was, and I know I pay that monthly bill for it. So it better be up here. Um, be that as it may, this guy is a super popular dude. I grew up listening to a lot of his music growing up. Um, so This guy's got a lot of. I don't even want to really say, you know, I don't want to get too into detail, but he got a lot of, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a real cult classic fan of his, so I mean, I know a lot about this dude. I know a lot about his songs and albums and things of that sort. But I don't listen to his music anymore, unfortunately, just because I just kind of grown apart from him. But I mean, I think he's an artist to an extent, you know, and has some good ideas. More of a visionary. I don't even think he's really an artist. I just think he's like a visionary. I think he's an artist or really a good rapper. He's just a good visionary, and his beats are good. But I feel like the samples are even doper that he chooses from. Like he just knows how to push things in a certain direction, whether that's in a good direction or bad. But this is not the same person. Let me show you the albums where like most people like him or know him from. Most people like just these two albums and like and maybe and I feel like the true fans are just like just these are the two albums, and then you go here and that's when you start to cut off like those hip hop heads that he was working with, like people like Common Sense, like a lot of those guys probably um, weren't messing with his work after this one, and then he dropped this album. Probably my favorite. Well, Yeezus is like my favorite just because of the drums. That made me want to actually pick up production. But yeah, this is a real good album too. I used to play a lot of Wii Sports listening to this album, bro. Like that was but yeah, yeah, this guy done lost his cotton picking mind, bro. If we're being honest with you, like after this album, it was just all attention and hype beast stuff. And he pushed a lot of agendas, bro. A lot of stuff. He pushed a lot. He pushed a lot of work, bro. Like we're being real with you. Like he not a drug dealer, but if he was this is the art of dealing music like in culture. He's definitely been one of the guys who are like these are his new works. This one and like where's the Donda? Where's I can't find Donda. This is a good album too. That was a good. I was just listening to one of these songs earlier. That's like his new work, Bully, whatever that's supposed to mean. Um, but let's get back to the website, man. So as you can see, you got a triangle, you got an exclamation mark. Something went wrong. Obviously, something did go wrong. You decided to put mean pictures on your shirts, bro. Listen, man, and this is if you're watching this, my brother. I just want to like break this down to you. So everybody not gonna have your vision, bro. You might really meant to be positive, but it's just the phrasing, your articulation. You just could have been better. I think you can't. And I don't know. He's been taking this major grift towards the Lord lately. And not to say that the first two albums weren't inspired some way about gospel, but he's never been like a huge advocate for God, in my opinion. I think he just kind of uses it as like a crutch to lower people's guards. Because if you look at his career, he's not doing godly stuff. He's kind of doing ungodly things. But I mean, who am I to say that? I mean, because if you really think about it, God always chose people that were not the most qualified, which I feel like is where he's basing a lot of his decisions on why he does things, because he feels like he might not be the most perfect, but that makes him the most perfect, and therefore he has a message to present to the world. And yeah, he tried to come out with his store, and obviously, as you can see, something went wrong. So now his site's available. But as you can see on mine, like I'm showing you right now. Like I just reloaded my page and it's back up. We provide the best quality health and wellness goods at an affordable price. This is our slogan: affordable health and goods right now. Because we're not even promising you that tell you that these products will make you healthy or make you like not have sickle cell anymore. Like this, we're promoting health and wellness. we're inspiring you to take time and do something well. We're not up here telling you, hey, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, if you don't buy this, you're not gonna be an artist or this, that, and the third. We're not telling you to buy this. We're not like I'm not even telling you to buy this. I just want you to check out the stuff. It would be cool. That's a plus. I really don't care about that. Um but yeah, let me reload it one more time just to make sure I'm not tripping. Okay, yeah, it came back up. Okay. Let me see that. That's the copyright. Yep. Powered by Shopify. Thank you, Shopify, for anytime something bad happens or bad happens to me, like I always look at it as a, hey, guess what I am thankful for? I'm thankful for the fact that I have my stuff. I always have my stuff because I'm always gonna try to do my due diligence at the end of the day, and I'm not just gonna use people. But yeah, I bought some stuff off of this guy, and yeah, I bought some Yeezy Pods, and one thing I'll say about that is I got those last year. Well, no. I ordered them 2023, and I don't think I got them until like 2024. And I ordered some more stuff. I ordered that new hoodie. I wish I could even. I'm about to go on because I want to make sure this is on record. Because why not? One second. Oh, I think it's snowing outside. Wait a minute. We gonna look at this first. I'm not worried about no snow because that's not good news for me. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a child. Like, snow is not good news for me anymore. Like, it's actually very bad news. I'm trying to go to my email so I can even give you the references because I want to like make sure all this is referenced. Um, I literally was just looking at my email like, hey, like let me check on this order, and it's crazy that I was checking on it today, and then this funny stuff happens. Yep, I got the RC0104 blank. Cause in all honesty, I was gonna use these blanks, the ones that I was gonna buy, and I was gonna try to print out my own new designs because they're just blank jackets, and not that I was gonna sell them, but I was gonna wear them. I mean, that's how creative I am. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna buy the Gucci belt if I ever buy the Gucci belt, and I'm gonna take the G off, and I'm gonna use like that G and stitch it on like the actual G or or onto the jacket. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of person I am. Or I'm gonna grab the 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 polo man off the polo, and I'm gonna put it on like some pants on like, and it'll be a cool design. The big polo man, put it on like my jeans and be like, yeah, this is the new polo, and no one has it, and this is a one of one exclusive runway piece that I talked to one of the designers of polo, an actual designer, and we went and collabed and we did a piece. So technically, it is a polo piece. And who cares at the end of the day? Because at the end of the day, like you aren't gonna do the due diligence about it. And if you and if you are the type of person that's big on clothing brands and fashion and up to date on things like that, what are you really gonna say? Oh, that's not a real designer piece from Polo. Like, yeah, it is. You got the Polo from here. I met the guy who did Polo. I talked to him about it, and he said it was cool to be creative and rock Polo and be. He said it was cool. Like, you shouldn't have a problem with that, you know. Or better yet, let's not even put him in the mix. I actually use my money to buy the brand. I take piece off the brand and I sew it onto another jacket. Like, it's my jacket. I bought it. It's my jacket. That's just what I think personally. Whether I'm gonna sell it or not is here nor there. I mean, more than likely, if I did sell it, you would have no idea I did. And two, I'm not gonna sell that on the internet. Like, what? Like, it's my artwork. If somebody were to see it on the street and they gonna buy it off me, then do that. Like, I would love for you to. That's very flattering, and I've had it done to me many times on the street, and I got people to vouch for that too. Like, like folks to just buy the hoodie off of me that I literally designed myself. Like I took the picture, I grabbed the image from real life Earth, captured a setting in the middle and captured a setting in real time. I took a picture of it, took it to like a graphic editor, edit the picture up real good, print it on a t-shirt, a hoodie, or here or whatever the you know, and walking down the street and someone like, yo, that's dope. Let me get that. Oh, cool. XYZ. Oh, that's all? Cool. And it'd be that, but let's go back to my website again. So this is definitely one of my favorite pieces. Like us, and I think I repeated this one time, but like we kind of like took inspiration from Votmont with the words on the side of the sleeves right here, or the wrist, close to the wrist actually. Um, it's like a universal symbol though. That's mine. But yeah, this guy was wildin', bro. Cause let me go back to it. The RC, what was it called again? RCO 104 blank, and I got another one too. The WB 0104, and I don't know. I just thought those designs were cool, and I wish I could show it on here. Maybe I'll be able to provide a screenshot, something. Let me see if I can even do this, because I'm already like doing a lot right now. But basically, Ye had there's a song that he did called All Day, right? And this was the symbol on it. And I don't know what this symbol is exactly, but that jump looked dope to me. And he had released it on a white hoodie. Now, prior to this bull crap happening, I was gonna buy that hoodie, and he was selling it for like $20. I was like, yeah, I'll get it. Why not? And he also had these boots. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get that. Like, what? Of course I'm gonna get that. Like, why wouldn't I get that? Like, I mean, the hoodie was hard to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to get that too. And it's like, shoot, if it works where it's like he's gonna wait, what, 13 weeks? Not 13 weeks. Yeah, about 13 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever the freak to send it. Shoot, I could have a new hoodie every season. I'm like, and I'm good. Like, I don't care about all that stuff. Like, I really don't care about waiting because I respected his artwork. But all this looks like is, hey, I didn't have, and this is me speaking from my non-experience or my non-informed answer, but if this had just happened to me out of nowhere, I'd be like, damn, this dude just robbed me. And I think that's what I'm gonna call the video too, just so I don't like look too hot on the internet. Like if somebody just sees the video called "I robbed me," they either look at it, but if they find out and want to do more information, that's cool too. It's not like maybe that's the clickbait that my channel needs, but I was robbed technically today. It was a good thing that it wasn't a lot of money. What was it like? Maybe in all, I probably spent like $70. So the two shirts, the shirts was like $36, I think, after taxes, and the hood, the jacket, I think was like $30, $40. So about 70, close to $70. Definitely no more than 80. Um, but yeah, he did himself a little number on this one. I guess he figured, hey, I didn't really have all the merchandise or things, so let me just do a quick little. I think that's, you know what, I have some conspiracy theories. My first theory is I feel like that move by bro, I feel like he did this in the first place is because maybe he didn't have as much money as he thought he had, and he had to think, hey, let's go ahead and close this Shopify product down and either start over, do a new website, or let's leave with what we can leave with. Because I don't know how his money was dispersed. I don't know who paying him, what's going on, why this is happening. This is just my thought. Or my second and last conspiracy theory is, and this is something that he's spoken on. I really think this man might actually be bipolar for real. Like, I don't think that's cap at all. I honestly think that it's a whole nother alternate personality that he's created in his head, and I feel like that personality is taken over. Um, because he's totally, I wouldn't even say totally different, because he's always been like this. It's just he's had people like literally been slurping him up for the past almost 20 years now, and he's just been cool. Probably long, yeah, like for the past 20 years, I would have to say people just been eating up his stuff because it's dope stuff. Like, it's entertaining stuff. Like, but you gotta understand when it comes to entertaining and actually robbing people, because you could say something to someone and you air quotations rob them of their dignity and respect and sanity. And then there's the rob where someone goes to your account, takes your money, or they promise you something, whether it be the means of internet or contracts on the internet, which, by the way, people don't read either, and they take a whole lot of they take advantage of a lot of people because of that, because people don't know how to really read these contracts at all. And he's spoken on that too. It's sad to say that he probably had somewhere in that in his little website where it's like, hey, if this product don't get to you, that's not my fault. But yeah, he says like 20 billion and counting, 27 billion. It's like what's on his Instagram page right now. And I ain't gonna lie, if you did the math for that, I'm not even saying he did 20 billion. Let's just say this man did 1 billion, right? So what's that? 1 billion, 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. I think that's 1 billion, right? Or is that 100 million? That's 100 million. No, that's wait, 1 0 0 0. That's 1,000. 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. That's a million. Hold on, I'm really tripping right now, y'all. A billion. Let's do real elementary right now. A billion times 20 equals. They don't even want to give me the answer. That's 20 billion right there. Look at that. I just had to make sure I wasn't tripping. You could say you was up 20 billion if you was charging everything for $20. Mind you, everything isn't just $20. You gotta consider the taxes. So let's say you had 36, then that becomes 136 billion. Now, if I was making $136 billion, I would not be doing legal things. You know, um, and I say that to say that I don't want to lie in life. I just want to maintain my peace and my mental health. And if I can get some nice, real good meal prep food in my body, man, that would help me so much because I wouldn't have to worry about ordering Uber Eats and cooking food while I'm hungry as heck. Like, I can just go in, hey, I prepped this food, sweet, and that'd be good to go. And I get up out the house and I feel so great and so thankful for everything that I had, even though I'm gonna do that regardless. But yeah, back to this guy, man. This man, yay, store is unavailable. I had to make sure I wasn't tripping. Let me go back to it. Look at that. Nope, didn't come back up. This is a dope song too. Man, I don't even care about the money, bro. Like, I think that's the craziest part too, bro. Like, I don't care about the money. I don't care about the money at all. you know, is the principle behind it. It's like, dang, bro. And who's to say this will even stop me? Like, let's just say he starts a whole new website and it's not even Shopify. Like, who's to say this gonna stop me from going to shopping again? Because I might even try to buy this again. Like, I want that hoodie. I want the hoodie. And shit, if not, then I'll mess around and make the hoodies myself. Yes. I'm about to say someone trying to call my phone. It looks like oh yeah, this is my dentist. I'm not worried about that right now. But yeah, who's to say that's gonna actually stop me from actually trying to buy some more? But I know now, it's probably not a good idea to buy from these brand owners anymore because anyone could just come and do this. Like, this is a guy. This is a billionaire we're talking about. A billionaire got his website took off the platform, and he's been saying, like, he's actually been making a lot of sense with things that he's been saying, because it's like he'll tell you these things, and the reason why I feel like he might be qualified to say it is because he's actually went through it. But he'll tell you these things, and he'll literally do it a second later. Like, he's like, the ultimate hypocrite, or the most powerful hypocrite, I feel like. And yeah, I think I do believe people when they say that's not him anymore, and that's his new personality that's took over. And this is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. It would be scary if someone that I actually loved was going through this, where it's like they're getting taken over by their bipolar counterpart. Someone just come out of nowhere like, "Oh, I'm not Carl anymore. My name's Caitlin." Like, like what? No, you're not. That's not your name. Shut up. That would be really sad, man. No, I hate for someone comes to me one day telling me that, man, I smack you upside your head. Boy, no, you're not, bro. Here, hit this real quick. Stop talking crazy. But yeah, how long this video been? I wish there was more to really show you. Like, I just don't. He doesn't have a website. Like, does he have a? Does he even have a Kanye West website anymore? Like, does he even have like a does he even have a regular website, oh, nope. Thought I was gonna find something. Nope, can't find nothing. I have a website and he doesn't. Uh-huh. Oh my god, he didn't even have like a launch page. Like, you know how like you'll go to, like, I don't know, like, I bet if I look up Busta Rhymes website, you'll find something for him, right? Look at that, Busta Rhymes Universe. We're not doing that. Look at that. Wow, my stuff more expensive than his. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this design right here. I would actually, this is totally free promo too. Like, I would probably buy that. That's a nice shirt. He's actually a dope artist too. Like, actually one of the dopest rappers. If I were to, like, give it to him, look at this. I don't know if he's trying to be on some Elden Ring, Skyrim stuff, but hey, it's it definitely it's a cool design. You know? But no, this guy is a billionaire with no website. I would say that's sad, without context. Some people would be like, "Oh, that's dope. The first billionaire with no website. How how he making the $1 billion? He ain't got no website." All that bull crap, man. Yeah, wild. I think he's gonna start using that as a scapegoat to escape to get out of like contracts and bullcrap, which is okay, but all it's gonna do is just make more enemies for you. Like you don't want somebody finally figuring out where you stay at, and then trying to press you on these things, because they're just gonna use the law and just be like, because they're not gonna do anything to you. They're just gonna like walk up to you and antagonize you and get you to do something out of your character. You know, um, sad story, man. But yeah, I had you know what? Maybe I can um maybe I can find like example of like his Yeezy merch. Because I'm not gonna lie, I had a whole like you talking about. I had a rollout I was gonna do. I was gonna review the products that I bought off of here and talk about them. But yeah, this is one of his products. I didn't buy that because I didn't know what that said. I don't. I'm not just gonna blatantly buy something from another language that I have no idea what it says. Like if it were in a different font, that's different. But I'm not gonna buy that. Um, nah, these aren't it. I'm trying to find the new. Yeah. Okay. So please don't go to the video. Thank you. YouTube be updating things you don't even want. Google be doing that. I mean, but yeah, some of them were right here. See, they got the. I was gonna buy like this in black, but without the words, and I was gonna like do my own designs on them. And this one right here, I was gonna cop that one. That had like the new Yay merch, and that was cool. Like that little logo was actually kind of dope. But yeah, this man ruined it, bro. I don't know. You just gotta get. I hate to really gaslight you, bro, if you're watching this, but you need to get your money up, bro, and you need to expand your vision because you need to stop going to the. This is my advice, because listen, I do not care, bro. Honestly, I really don't care. I just am bored right now, and I saw this, and I was like, you know what? I think it's. I am kind of qualified to speak on it because I was one of the ones who bought something from here. But yeah, I feel like you need to get your own. Like get your own right now, bro. Make your own website. Shit, start your own shop that isn't funded by anybody. You know, start it with your own startup capital. Like find somewhere where they're giving out hoodies and make a post on Instagram. And be like, hey, this is me, $20 billion rapper who doesn't use any websites or nothing. They just knock on his door and somebody passed you a shirt and it's completely legal. Like you need to be on something like that because you're not gonna be able to come on the internet and say anything anymore and people take seriously because you lied. And maybe you didn't mean to lie, but it sure does look like it, and that all comes to not being able to express yourself healthily. And this man has been admitting that he's had struggles with his mental health and he needs somebody to get his ideas out better, like a publicist or something, because the whole let me speak on this thing is not looking media trained at all. It's just looking like, oh, I want cheap attention. Like, okay, yeah, that's the shirt that he messed around and tried to sell. I don't want to give too much context on that because I don't want to really bring that type of attention to my channel. In fact, I'm just gonna just X out of that right now. Let's go back to here. Let me reload that one more time. Yep, John. So yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. Feel like I got my piece stated. But yeah, this is the story of how I got robbed. Just look at by a billionaire, man, like in real time, because this isn't like what you would call a technical robbing. And I want to kind of get into that whole technical conversation because I have a real beef with a lot of you technical muff out here, man. I have a real beef with you guys where you're not gonna actually do something, but you're gonna enable it to happen in other ways. Cause it never happens. It all looks like fraud at the end of the day. You know, everything sucks when you do stuff like that because you're never really transparent about what you're doing. It's just gonna look like, oh, they took it down because they didn't respect my art. But in reality, they've been told you, hey, listen, we're gonna give you this opportunity to make a website. Just don't post no dumb shit, right? And literally, the one thing that you don't have to post, you decide to post it. You must really want these people not to like you. And listen, I have another theory, or not even theory, it's another belief where it's like I'm not the type of person where I care too much about who my friends are like that. I just give a fuck who my enemies are. You know, if my enemies are people that are already messed up people, then I'm really fine with that in my life. But if I got a bunch of sad friends that don't know how to tell me like, hey, you're bugging right now, you don't need to post this, you don't need to have this, then I would feel pretty ashamed of myself. But yeah, anyway, slmanufactures.shop. This is my website. I was robbed as a small business owner. But you know, this guy is such an artist, I might, overlook it, and if anything happens, I'll just like make the designs myself and say I got it from his website. But that's all I got for now, man. Y'all peace out and be safe.